You are now listening to the Pour Horsemen podcast.
But pouring up is a lifestyle.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Pour Horsemen.
Also subscribe to Apple and our Spotify podcast,
The Pour Horsemen.
Let's get it.
First off, I don't even know what episode.
176.
We made it to 175?
You wasn't here.
5, you wasn't here, baby.
I was being a family man.
That's right.
Nah,
It's terrible.
Y'all held it down without me, except for the start where y'all was like, LP ain't here. We don't even know what we doing. Like, why did y'all start it that way?
Because that's what the audience look for. Like, oh, hey,
They like to hear your voice first.
147.
They also look for your mustache. So what's going on with your face right now? But before we get into his facial features, because I'm about to go, this is about to be a deep dive. This might be our first Patreon exclusive. Why he over here trying to be a model? Let's introduce our guest real quick. CJ will jump right into the jokes. We have an esteemed gentleman on the pod today. It's a new year. We've been talking about ways to make money, ways that you can level yourself up. And one way that you can do it where no barriers to entry is the crypto space.
Back up. Barriers to entry. Explain that for me.
Oh my God.
No,
Okay, so remember back in the day when you had to start a music label.
Okay.
You had to actually go to someone who was a gatekeeper to get your music played on the radio.
Gotcha.
Or when you was trying to make money, you had to like go to banking institutions or places like that that could help you with making that money.
Okay.
In the crypto space or the metaverse space, there's no barriers to entry at all.
Gotcha.
So we have CJ, the smart guy, with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself, give your people your handles, all that good stuff, because we're going to just start talking on the interview. But first, we got to flame him. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, my name is Charles J. Kelly, also known as CJ the Smart Guy. I'm a cryptocurrency CPA. I'm originally from LA, but I'm living in Houston. Graduated from Texas Southern Finance and Accounting.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, you know HBCU. Like, and right now I'm like,
in here.
right now I'm like the neighborhood CPA.
And he's the thuggest accountant I've ever met. I mean, like by far the thuggest accountant I've ever met.
That's
Like,
just because you racist.
who's racist?
Like, that's just you're
No,
judging
he's
him.
a thug black right now. Look at his hair, bro. Like
What year you came out of TSU?
You sound like the whites.
I am white.
Yeah.
Y'all came out of TSU same
Yeah.
time?
Well, my wife, yeah.
Did you have a facial hair where you was
Hey,
bro,
look, let me
put
talk
the
to
camera on him.
Bro, he look like
Because
the
he loves
pastor from
nuts.
Amen.
I shaved. I went without shaving for like 3 weeks, and I shaved this morning, and I fucked my shit up, nigga. I fucking put the guard on, and my shit slipped, and my shit wasn't even, so I didn't want to have like
Nigga was singing back up for R.
I
Kelly,
didn't want to
man.
have like Adolf Hitler mustache, so I was just like, let me chop this shit off and let it grow back.
He look like the nigga that replaced.
Hey, this nigga said I look like I just got out of prison.
David Ruffin on the Temptations movie.
Okay.
He not good.
We have a guest, so we can't be rude to our guest. We cannot be rude to our guest. Stop. Our guest is here. He is trying to inform our audience on ways to level up in 2022.
I need it.
So before we even go to our interview, I just want to see what boys did on New Year's Eve. And CJ, we'll get started with you. Like, how was your New Year's Eve? We know you an accountant. You was probably working. What was going on with you?
Man, just like you said, I was working till like 9 p.m. Working on tax planning. Sell and rebuy back the dip, so people ain't got to pay a whole bunch of taxes. But the second around 9 p.m. hit, that's when the drinks started coming in. I went salsa dancing.
Bro,
That's what I
he's
be
a
doing.
thug, bro. Look at this accountant, man. Like, I don't appreciate thug accountants. Like, we got to figure this out. Why aren't you in here with like a button up, like straight lace? What is going on?
So I quit my corporate job in 2016, started growing my hair, and I was like, look, I'm going to be me, and I'm going to make sure my people good. So
I respect that.
That's what it's about.
I respect
Hey,
that.
I actually had an A in accounting 1 and 2. I thought I was pretty good at the shit. I just did it to just get the class, you know what I'm saying? But I thought I was pretty good at it. It can't. Would you say or the random person can do their own accounting?
No, not at all.
Really?
I mean, I'm on. Nah.
Really?
I wouldn't even recommend.
Does he
him
look
do it.
like he's good at accounting?
Yes,
He does.
He look like
Hey, I can show you my transcript.
I believe
Yeah,
that.
he does. He does look like
You do not look like you're good
All
at
right,
accounting to
JC,
me.
I must ask you a question.
I was just
Look, I'm the only one not roasting you, bro. Look, I'm not gonna be that guy.
Go ahead. You got no question.
No, I'm so enamored by how this shit happened, dog.
Nigga, I fucked my shit up. Nigga, my
You cannot say the N-word in the first 10 minutes.
I fucked my shit up. I had so I have clippers. So with clippers, like let's just talk to our community.
No
like,
Manscape clippers.
Yes,
Okay.
but that's for your nuts.
Manscape don't pay.
Oh yeah, they ain't on us right now.
They don't pay.
Okay,
Fuck
okay.
them. So it's just like when you got clippers, when they're brand new, you still gotta break them in. They like
You definitely gotta
it's-
break
they
in your
gotta
clippers, yeah.
like they gotta work for you. It's like a Ford engine. Like
Was they wool or wall? or-
no, they the
Andes?
Yes, no, not the Andes. What's the other one?
Andy sound like a white man. So
It's Andy Walls and the other one. I want to say they I don't know, but anyway, I got them. They good for me. Nah, not Gillette.
Nah, this out your.
But
We see your hair right now. You ain't. You can't even.
My guard fucked up. And I know.
we gonna have to include this. Hold on, my bad.
Hold on, go ahead.
We gonna have to include this. We're gonna have to include this because you're gonna have to edit it. But bring up that picture of that Muppet that be beep. Meep. That's what our producer look like right now.
Oh,
Meep.
man.
Oh my
Why
god.
they do you like that?
No, we had to do it.
No, but like, you share your own hair. You share your own facial hair.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. So like, if your shit,
Don't try to bring my man CJ. You know
shave
this
your own
shit.
shit.
Nah, player.
Shit.
Yeah,
You be cutting me sometimes, so I do my own shit. Like that just makes me feel like,
A man.
yeah.
Obviously, you said you.
Nigga, my shit skipped. Like one of my guards is like fucked up, so I usually know how to work it, but like it skipped, and I'm like, oh fuck, and she was in the
Well,
mirror.
now you embarrassing
And I
us in
was
front of
like-
our guests. So, all right,
I just shaved that shit off, bro.
let's
Like, it
get
happened.
into what a cryptocurrency accountant is. But for people in our audience, I think we might need to even just start with the basics. Cryptocurrency in general.
I got you.
For me,
Okay, so give us what would be a intro question for someone who's just trying to figure out what's going on in this new environment.
What is money? That would be the
Money is
first start.
that is a good start.
Nigga,
Okay,
that's the textbook question that can count in one.
Yeah. So like
Oh,
before,
so
it
now
was-
you going back to your
Yeah,
lessons.
that's my marketing
Okay,
class.
what is money then?
yeah. So before
No!
Oh, let him go.
What is
oh yeah,
money?
you got
Nigga,
it.
I don't know. Shit, but I remember that question. And then they have people raise their hand. Oh, I think it's.
I can't lie, bro. JC funny,
and it'll be
bro.
like
Like-
the most simplistic answer ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
let's
ahead.
go. Let's go ahead. Let's get the expert on this. What's up?
It's just a medium of exchange.
Okay.
So, back in the day, before they had like paper money, it would be like maybe some sticks, maybe some stones, whatever they figured was valuable. But then, you can always just find some sticks and stones. So it's like, why would I do that? So then it moved to like gold, precious metals, because not everybody got gold. And then the government said, you're going to give us all the gold and we're going to give you this paper.
No doubt.
And this is what you're going to accept. And if you don't accept it, we're going to bring them things out on you.
Basically,
This is 1934, by the way, before
Yes.
none of us was, born.
I was born in the 30s, though. I'm an old man.
That's cap.
All right, the
That's
winter
big cap. I
soldier.
don't think
Super.
I'm definitely the winter
Winter
soldier.
soldier, Nicky.
I'm definitely the winter soldier. Go ahead.
Rest in peace, Betty White. I feel like y'all the same age. Oh man, that's bad.
And he cried over Betty White. I know you did, didn't you? And you sung "Thank You for Being a Friend," didn't you?
lost my baby.
Man, go ahead, CJ. Go ahead. Man.
All
Go
my
ahead. Go
girls
ahead.
are
Go ahead.
gone, cuz.
So during COVID, so many different countries printed out a whole bunch of money,
Correct.
and so the value of the dollars across the whole world are going down, and so the people are starting to move towards Bitcoin because Bitcoin there's only 21 million to ever be created. There's no government, there's no group of people that control it, and so the people around the world are saying, "Hey, we're gonna move to this Bitcoin because the technology behind it we believe in way more than we believe in any government."
Okay, so for the novice out there, what is Bitcoin and what are they trying to accomplish?
So Bitcoin is two different things. It's a store of value, kind of like gold, and you can also transact with it like the U.S. dollar. So think of both of those combined, and that would be the new way of transacting with people.
And one of the benefits would be is that there's no country exchange that is controlling it. So for example, if you were to exchange dollars in China, your dollar may be worth more than their currency. In the Bitcoin world, all things being equal, you're exchanging for the true value of what the currency is.
Yeah, it's a world reserve asset. It's like the world reserve currency, basically. And so the whole world now is agreeing that Bitcoin is the money. Governments absolutely hate it, but what they gonna do about it?
Other countries go with Bitcoin too.
So a couple countries, so like El Salvador, they're embracing it. Turkey, because of their inflation, they're starting to look at it. Nigeria hated it. They banned it. But then the people used it, and then like Nigeria is the most, the country that the people use it the more than anywhere else. But the government hates it. What they gonna do about it? Like unless you turn off the internet.
Fuck with it, but some certain countries don't fuck with it.
The governments don't. The governments hate it, but the people love it. And so, in a couple countries that were poor, broke, or going through some things, they're like, "Well, this is our way out." And so they're the ones that are embracing it. So Cuba, El Salvador, they're embracing it.
Okay. So let's give people like a starter pack if they wanted to jump into.
Can I be used as an example?
Okay, let's use.
No, I have a live example.
Okay, let's go ahead.
So we're on football Sunday. Aaron Rodgers was doing some kind of thing on Twitter where he was like giving away money. Bitcoin. Like $1 million worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And this was like probably like late September, October, something like that. And he gave me $10 worth of Bitcoin through Cash App.
Yeah.
Since then, this motherfucker's at $7.75 because I've been losing. So how do I win?
What you mean?
So you got to zoom out. So March 2020, one Bitcoin is going for $4,000.
Correct.
Today is like 48,000. So in less than 2 years, I done 12x'd. But you know, don't look at it in terms of US dollars because the US dollars was volatile, not Bitcoin. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Eventually, we're gonna all be not using the US dollar as much, and we're gonna be using Bitcoin. Or if the government tries to take over, we're gonna use their digital currency, which I don't want to use, but
with Doji coin and all that shit.
No, those are meme coins. So those are fake coins. So we got a question from the audience, but first let me address what he was saying also. So if you think about people try to time the market. So when you got that $10 free of Bitcoin, I'm just going to encourage you to hold on that and never do anything with it.
Well, it wasn't 10 like Bitcoin. It was like
$10 worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah. So it's like really like 0.000.
It's like less than 0.5% of a Bitcoin that you got. But I'm going to encourage you to add $10 weekly to that.
That part.
Just continue to add $10 weekly because Bitcoin will be 100,000 probably by the end of next year.
Easy.
Like, so if you keep adding $10 to it, your $10 will eventually be worth like a
frequently.
Stack. I would just do it weekly.
And never sell it.
And never sell it.
Because Bitcoin is what's valuable, not the US dollar. That US dollar is out.
Because we're not backed by the
currency. Why are we
currency.
going down though?
Well, that's just the market. I mean, cycles happen. If you were investing in stocks right now, if we were doing a stock show.
It's free. You ain't pay for it.
You didn't pay for it. You did not pay for it.
But I don't like losing though.
He don't like deficit.
Yeah, it was free. It was free. Okay, so there's Bitcoin, and then we got a question. What was the question over here?
It has nothing to do with anything to scratch it. I just wanted to. Where does NFT follow it?
We're gonna get into NFTs.
Yeah,
we will get into NFTs.
Good question.
So that's where we're going next. So you've got Bitcoin.
This nigga got a question. Am I over 10 minutes?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
What if I can't do like $10?
Then do $1. You know, like what I would, and CJ, I'll pass it to you. No, don't say that because he out of there if he say that. So, CJ, maybe I'll pass it to you because you're the expert here. There's a term called dollar cost averaging.
Yeah.
Where you purchase the same amount at every time, and it just averages your wins and losses over that period of time.
Yep.
And that benefits you because you don't take it when it's too high, you don't take it too low. You're just kind of averaging your money across that. So kind of explain that process for everybody.
Yeah. So a couple things. So John had mentioned that he can afford $10 a week worth of Bitcoin. There's actually 2 or 3 apps that you can just get free Bitcoin every single day.
And I do.
It's one that's called the Fold app.
Yes.
Where you can spin the wheel, get free Satoshis are fractional Bitcoin. It's like pieces of it. So you had mentioned like 0.000. We just call them Satoshis because that's too many zeros. But you can go on Fold app, spin the wheel, get free Satoshis. You can go on Lolli, LOLLI, get free Satoshis. And then there's a Carrot app So if you decide to read up on the Bitcoin, like what's going on, articles, they give you free Bitcoin in that also.
You said
So
they
explain
call them
people that again.
Satoshis?
Tell people those 3 apps again. Because no, this is straight up. This is
No, they call
actual.
Satoshis though, right?
This is
Yeah.
free money to people. So
Oh,
tell
okay.
people those apps again.
Because they call me
The
Shoshi.
Fold
I'll
app,
just put that out there.
FOLD. But before you download that, use my referral link so that we both
will.
get some
We
free
will make
Satoshis.
sure that we have a
For sure.
referral link in the episode. Go ahead.
Fold FOLD, and then Lolly LOLLI, and then Carrot like
They can get
CARROT.
to that from your link though.
Yeah,
They go to your-
Fold
they go to your
and Lolly.
Instagram.
No, we're gonna do it in the episode.
okay.
This is a part of the
No,
episode.
no.
Like it should be
Just
right
get your
there.
pub.
Yes,
Like,
it's gonna be a part
see
of the
right here.
episode.
Right.
It's right there.
Right. I got you.
Yeah. So those are the easiest ways to do it. And like you had mentioned, dollar cost averaging. Long term, Bitcoin is so low compared to where it's going to be at. These little Satoshis that you get from these free apps can probably pay for your future kids like college tuition or, maybe your retirement by the time we 70, 80 years old, 60 maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I got 10 years to 60, so I'm an old man.
I mean, we might be okay just with that, Bitcoin in 10 years ago was going for less than $1.
Less than $1.
So
And I lost Bitcoin.
I'm
So
sure.
I'm one of those people who lost Bitcoin. I never told this story before, but when I worked,
it out.
I got to. So I used to do some stuff with the NFL. For those of you who know me outside of this, and they gave us Bitcoin for just shits and giggles.
Wow.
And I'm talking like 500 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And none of us know where it is. Someone bought like McDonald's with it.
Yeah.
Someone bought like pizza with it. Someone bought like a TV with it. We had no clue what they were doing.
What year?
This was like 2010.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this was like 2010. And they literally get like, hey, we didn't know how to like at this time you had to have it like on a device. It wasn't digital. Like you had to have it on like a hard drive or some shit like that. We didn't know what to do with this. And I would say there's probably like 100 of us
Your psyche told you this was money and I can just pay for something.
pay for McDonald's.
Yeah.
500 Bitcoin, which 500 Bitcoin right now,
What did that equal to back then?
nothing. Back then it was less than $1.
Yeah. The first transaction with Bitcoin was like 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas.
Yeah. That's the kind of shit we was doing.
10,000 Bitcoins. I don't even know what the
What
math
is that
10,000
equal to
Bitcoins right
now?
now is like 6
Man,
million.
Look, John gonna have to put the calculator
But
on.
it's like 6 million.
God
10,000
damn.
Bitcoins right now is like 6
I
million.
just got $10 worth of Bitcoin. It says I own, was it Satoshi?
Yeah.
37159.
37. Yeah, so 37,000 Satoshis.
Okay, yeah.
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 That's
So
good.
so that's good. So that means that you're like 25th of a 1 Bitcoin. Like 1/25th of a Bitcoin.
Got you.
But keep doing that. Like, cause we're gonna put this affiliate link in the website. We're gonna make sure that people can run it up. So NFT was a question
How
that we
the
got.
fuck did you win that? You was a random guy?
I just tweeted the nigga and he just sent me $10.
Megan Thee Stallion did the same thing. She made sure everybody got some.
It's just randomly. I was looked up. I said, I was like, this ain't that nigga. And then they looked. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, shout out
And
to
they
Megan Thee
actually
Stallion.
get
She gave me some free Bitcoin too.
You shouldn't have it. You are the Bitcoin expert.
Man, look, if somebody gonna give me some free Bitcoin, I'm gonna take it and just say thank you.
That
And
is
give them
very
a
true.
shout out on the show. TSU in the house.
TSU. I'm tired of
You went
TSU.
to TSU.
That
That's what's
part.
up.
No, your mustache ain't strong enough for all that right now. All right, so, all right.
Go
Let's
shave
talk
your
about
shit.
the metaverse and NFTs
Okay.
because that's what's been hot right now. Let me
That's
give
what
y'all some
confuses
examples
me.
hot NFTs going on right now. You got Gary V with V Friends. You got Bored Ape Club, and these are people out here won't know what I'm talking. But there's gonna be someone who's like, "Yo, they tapped in."
Yeah.
No, I just saw Eminem bought an NFT for like 400 some
About
thousand.
one of those 8.
Yeah, he bought an
They
ape.
bought an
so,
ape.
so the most popular apes right now are what's called the Ape Club. You got Bored Ape Club, Mutant Ape Club, and Elderly Ape Club. Okay, and really all it is just pictures of apes,
Yeah.
but they're selling for the floor. I think is like $10,000 US.
What's the value in that though?
It's because you're a one of one. So what they say the value is that so NFT stands for a non-fungible token, right? Okay. And that basically means that there's only one of this that's a digital asset. So someone could try to copy it, but if they don't own the original, like an album, then it's not the original. So people are buying these assets in preparation for the metaverse that's coming. And the metaverse is basically
I was
just
going to ask you
Sims.
about that. Because it's already active.
But not really though.
But Snoop Dogg got like a thing where you can live by him or some shit.
Yeah, but it's not where it's gonna be at yet. Like I can buy this building in the metaverse right now.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is weird. Like you can stay in the same neighborhood as
I can buy
Elon
this
Musk
building
or
right
whatever.
now in the metaverse.
Yeah. So.
Go ahead,
know
CJ,
it?
go ahead, CJ, go ahead.
So the NFTs, think of it as digital collectibles. So, back in the day, people used to buy like baseball cards or Pokemon cards, and
Oh yeah, Pokemon was live.
certain people find value in that.
Yeah.
Now you wouldn't catch me buying a Pokemon card.
Pokemon cards was live.
But see, you find value in
I
it.
sold a Pokemon
We were
card.
kids. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Yeah, we seen
Nigga, I'm
that.
older than you.
You remember when it was live?
Yeah, but I was the one trying to make money off of it.
Because
Exactly.
he's a thug,
Exactly.
because he's a
But-
thug accountant.
I sold
Thug accountants aren't trying
in
to do it.
elementary
I'm from LA.
school. In elementary
man.
school, I sold a Charizard for $75.
That part.
No.
And that- it is
Charizard,
probably
you
worth-
undersold that
Yeah, it's
shit.
probably worth like a
But if a nigga
$5,000.
got, if a kid my age say I got $75, let me buy it. Nigga,
feel
I'ma
you.
sell that hoe.
I feel you.
Give a damn about no Charizard.
Phil, have you ever sold a Pokemon card, Phil?
No, I haven't. I'm just tuned in. To
No, hold on, Phil.
man.
What are Pokemon cards?
I really don't know.
Name
I know the
Pokemon.
game people was running into each. Is that Pokemon?
Yeah, it was.
Alright, so I remember the game, but I never watched the show.
Phil, name 2 Pokemons. Or
can't.
I got 100 right now for 2
I just said
Pokemons.
one.
Name 2 Pokemons. No, two Pokemon.
Pokemon.
SZA is not a Pokemon. She is a world-renowned recording artist.
I don't know. I don't know Pokemon.
Not too late.
I've heard of Pikachu. I heard of Pikachu.
What color is Pikachu?
I don't know.
I want to get
I
back.
don't know,
You
man.
from LA, right?
Yeah.
So I want to get into some origin shit, man. Let's do an interview. Hold on, real
We
quick.
are doing an interview.
No,
What
we
you
not.
doing?
Hold on, you from LA? How'd you get to TSU? That's the first HBCU from the West Coast. Yeah. So
look, I never even heard of TSU, and they sent me a letter saying, we're gonna give you a full ride for your SAT scores because my math was really high.
Yeah.
And I'd never even heard it. I didn't realize there was as many HBCUs. I thought there was only 3 of them in the whole country.
Nigga, what?
Howard.
Howard, Spelman, and Morehouse.
Yeah, that's what most people
And
do.
I seen that movie Stomp the Yard, and I was like, oh, I'm going to one of those. And I was like, bet. And I didn't even know that black people play baseball. It was actually really bad.
Yeah.
Because like California's different.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like ain't no
See, people need to
Nigga,
hear
King
this.
Griffey Jr.?
Look, this is my wife right here,
Bro.
I met her at TSU, Portland. She from Portland. Like,
Can someone bring me that whiskey out of there, please?
grab that whiskey,
Please.
babe, please.
So, anyone, go ahead.
Yeah, so no, like people don't know that the West Coast, the TSU was the closest HBCU in the country to the West Coast.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, of that size. Yeah,
and then
for sure.
PV,
Of that size.
and then
and
so
it's
on and so
1,500
forth.
miles away.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so let's get into the metaverse again.
Yeah,
though.
so Metaverse, yeah, I just didn't know that.
Yeah, so the NFTs is like digital collectibles, and the metaverse is essentially a digital, man-made, created world where we can all create a digital person of ourselves by digital assets. Just like how if you own 2K and you got your little guy up there and he can go to different basketball courts and play, it's no difference except in the future you're going to get paid to play those games because there's probably going to be some advertisers in the game, and then you'll be able to move from
gotta be
2K
good at
to
the
Call of
game.
Duty.
The game.
No, you just got to pay it.
You just got to
You
play.
just got to buy the 2K points.
See, that's why I
don't
probably
know.
won't.
See, it'll be a reciprocated money.
because I
This is
feel
with
I
the-
feel kindergarten.
I thought
don't play
Metaverse is
games, You know what I'm saying?
No, Meta. So Facebook changed their name to Meta
to confuse you.
to confuse you. It's not the metaverse.
Oh.
The metaverse is decentralized. No one owns the metaverse.
I don't have Facebook no more either.
I'm
This-
Wait,
no,
wait, hold on.
Facebook-
Why don't you have
Mark
Facebook?
Zuckerberg changed the name to Meta.
Because he knew.
I thought that was the same thing as this shit y'all
No,
talking about.
no.
Me too. I ain't gonna lie.
It's
when
not
I
the same
enter
thing.
the app, that whole say Facebook.
Yeah, because
It's the
Meta
new-
is the company.
Yeah.
So like Google, the name of their company is really Alphabet.
Nigga, what?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes, Google is Alphabet. That's the company of Google. Like most businesses that you go to, you don't really know the name.
Like a Viacom. They own like a bunch of networks.
Like the McDonald's was Ray Kroc.
Nah, nigga.
Rick Kroc.
That's a nigga's name.
Man,
bro.
I'm cool.
I don't know.
Like that?
That's the dude's name.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. But
talking
he
about,
bought him from the McDonald brothers.
Is like Viacom is a company that owns different networks with like BET and MTV and all this other shit.
Yeah, most companies that you
They're not their own.
most exchange traded companies, what you patronize is not the exchange traded name.
This is news to me about Google though. I thought Google was just like Google.
No, it's
they
called-
had a whole goddamn movie.
Their company is
They got a campus.
Alphabet.
Yeah.
Dog, that movie
it's-
with
okay,
Vince
okay,
Vaughn
okay,
and
so Nike.
Owen Wilson.
That was a good
Nike.
movie.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Is Nike their own entity?
Nike is Nike. Nike is Nike. Nike is one of the
is
few
Nike.
that is.
I'd have walked out this bitch. Y'all have said somebody's behind Nike. I've been up there. Like
Okay, so
Everything
Jumpman
is a lie.
Jumpman is like what he's saying about Google.
well, I know what Jumpman
But that's
is.
similar.
But that's just- but
similar.
that's
similar.
But that's crazy to
Same
me
shit.
because I thought Google was just his own entity. Like
I'm with you,
Like
I did too.
I thought Google was Google. The motherfuckers be having animated signs and shit every month.
And you said their name is the Alphabet.
Alphabet,
Wow, that's
Alphabet.
what's up.
like A B C D E F G. Alphabet. That's
yes.
a company.
That is their company name. And they're not the most capitalized company in the world. Probably Apple is right now.
Is Apple name Apple?
Apple is named Apple.
Okay.
Was it easy for you to kind of fall into the whole stock and just the stock industry from your learning from like college, TSU, like just kind of going into
Yeah.
your own little.
So I've been a hustler since I was little.
Yeah.
I learned about the stock
He's
market
a
at third
thug.
grade.
Look at him. He's the most thug accountant in Houston right now.
And it's
So you didn't do your
before we
own
go back.
learning.
Hold on. Before we get into this, because I'm gonna just wrap this up. It's irony that he's calling you a thug and shit. Because this is the same guy that be calling white people Nubians, like white Nubian kings and white Nubian queens and shit. Yeah. So it's like
weird.
now
I'm
it's
a
full
thug.
circle. He is the nigga from Boondocks.
I am definitely the dude from Boondocks right now, and I feel uncomfortable that you called me out like that.
Man, you wearing a bison shirt. Like that's the blackest shit out right now.
Because I'm black.
You're not.
Because
you just said you was white.
Put the camera on me. I am the whitest black person you know.
Oh my god.
In America
and you
right
got
now.
Asian eyes.
I definitely have Asian eyes. I don't know if my dad is my dad, but I love him. So you know what I'm saying? I'm still his size though.
He ain't
So that
gonna
help.
wrinkle up until he's 75.
I'm not.
I'm
I'm not gonna wrinkle up at all. All right.
I do.
So
And they got the worst goddamn diet in America.
I have the worst diet in America.
I'm just saying, like,
Before we go right back into CJ, this is my last thing. Let CJ know your McDonald's order that you spent your Bitcoin on.
Oh yeah, so my Bitcoin went to 2 double quarter pounder meals, plain, just meat and cheese, large fries with sweet teas, 20-piece McNugget meal, plain, large fries with a sweet tea.
nigga, you can't play in a
3 sweet teas.
Like he remembered the whole thing
3
though.
sweet
No, I eat that
teas.
like twice a week.
Nigga drinking a gallon of sweet tea for a meal. How the hell is he with us?
For Bitcoins. Man.
My head.
I'm with you because I have God's grace and mercy, and you try to get me out of here. Thanks a lot.
Nigga, did you stay in Till Western?
Yeah. I got kicked out of here, West.
We gotta hold on. We gotta give some people some context for someone staying off of Tier Western.
God
so
damn,
can we explain to people what Houston, what that means? Go ahead.
Nigga, that's the dorms, nigga. Yeah. They got Till Western. They got Courtyard.
Greystone.
Greystone is the premier dormitory for TSU.
There's a premier dorm at TSU?
They changed the name. Greystone is like people know Greystone if you stayed on.
Our age.
Yeah, if you stayed there, like Greystone was TSU.
Okay, all right. Let's get back to the topic.
Yeah, so I was
shit that
saying,
matters,
like,
man.
for the
Yeah.
modern day,
Fuck
for the
about it.
modern day student, do you go like learn your basic accounting to do this type of trading?
Yeah,
and
how
all
do
that
you
stuff?
get into that as an
Not at all. So I started studying cryptocurrency once Nipsey put me on. 2017, he was like, he went to Amsterdam and he was like, we need to start studying this because there's a city in Amsterdam that's crypto friendly where almost everybody uses Bitcoin.
This an interview or bro told you yourself?
No, this is an interview.
Okay,
I
I remember the interview.
I used to
remember
work out of Vector 90.
that.
so-
Okay, that's the
And
spot.
Vector 90, for people who don't understand,
Is that still up and running?
I don't know if it is.
so
Mike.
It has shut down. It has shut down first, when bro passed.
Right, for sure.
And then it shut down again during COVID. And so it's up, but it's kind of like for special stuff now. It's not the way it was before.
I got you.
I used to work for Vector Marketing.
Yeah, I know.
I sold them knives.
Niggas
For a week.
Yeah, I know exactly what you said. Did you actually sell one?
I used to cut the penny.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god! They ain't get me. I did for what? I'm like, man, hell no.
Those sharp knives.
Door to door.
Hey, my mama had the most for the
What were they
longest.
called? Cutco?
Vector. Yeah.
Cutco is the, so that's
Yeah.
another company that y'all. So Vector 90 is actually Cutco.
Here's what you found.
Yeah, let me see. Did they find it? Yeah, Cutco. That's what it is. So, all right, let's get back to Bitcoin and the metaverse because we want to get into some topics also. But let's give people NFTs. What should they be looking at? What should that world look like for people?
Create your own NFTs. I don't recommend buying too many of them, simply because, like he said, what's the real intrinsic value of it? And most of us don't know. Like, I got my own NFTs, but I didn't make anybody pay for it up front. Anybody who bought any of my Entrepreneur Period clothing, they got a physical NFT, which I'm turning digital in 2022. And then anybody who holds one of those, they're going to get a 20% discount on any of my services all time as long as they hold on to it.
That's what's up.
And then
so you're creating a community.
Correct, that part. And I think that's the power into it, is because it's like, if you have a trading card, like a Pokemon card or something like that, and you say, hey, only people with a Charizard, that's this can get into the club, that's essentially what we're doing digitally now. And the technology behind it is what's confirming that that's real and not fake.
How do y'all legitimize the actual items?
That's what
Like
the blockchain. That's the tech behind it.
That's the tech behind it.
It's called blockchain.
And shout out to my boy Art. You've met Art before. Art has an NFT that he's been launching, Eats NFT, and it's a community also, does things like scholarships, grants, etc. And he getting ready to launch his as well. So there's people out there creating these things that has value already that we could already tap into.
Does sneakers work with that, or it has to be like with like a signed pair of Jordan?
It has to be a digital asset.
If you're the owner, you can create whatever rules you want.
Yeah.
And then, like, the cool thing about NFTs, so like, say if you create a physical piece of art and you sell it for $1,000 and you think you did something good, but then somebody else resells it for $1 million, you don't get any of that $1 million to yourself. But with the NFT, you can program it to say, hey, any resell, I'm gonna take 20% residual, so that no matter how.
So you're branding the item yourself.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
It's called minting.
Oh, okay. Because we got some shit.
Yeah. So I recommend any business owner to start creating NFTs. But if you're trying to buy them and flip them, you got to really do your own research, because
There's a lot of scams out there.
Yeah, if the economy go down, the first thing that people going to sell is the NFTs, because they don't have no like real intrinsic value. Your house you don't want to sell because you don't want to get rained on. If you're not going to sell your car because you want to get from point A to point B. But what can an NFT actually really do for you in the real world? So it's going to be the first thing that people sell. But if you own it, or if you create it, then you create your own community.
But you create the value in the product that you're selling. So that's what I'm saying. Like if I got a signed Michael Jordan ball, how do I legitimize that? Like, or like if people gonna go with, okay, that is a Michael Jordan signed ball.
So Tom Brady got a company called Autograph, and he's got like, I think Tiger Woods, the tennis player, I forget her name,
Venus and Serena.
Nah,
Maria Sharapova.
Nah, she's like from
Anna
Asia.
Kournikova.
Yeah, Naomi
Osaka.
Yeah. And so he's got all these different like athletes on there where, like you said, it's all their autographs are going to be authenticated through the company, which is through the blockchain. The blockchain is like the most revolutionary technology that we've had since the internet.
Without question.
But I'm not the programmer, I'm not the developer. But if you want to really understand this stuff, the blockchain is what you should be studying, whether it's COVID tracking, whether it's cryptocurrency. Blockchain is really what you should be studying. And Money Man, the rapper, he's got a whole like song and album called Blockchain. So make
When
sure
he just out here with Rich
Yeah. He making moves. He's a smart man.
Yeah.
So give people, and we might save some of this for Patreon exclusive, because this is a lot of good information. But give people just one entry thing you would say they should do right now in the crypto NFT space.
Buy Bitcoin, hold on to it. You can buy it on Cash App. get you a cold wallet like Ledger, LEDGER. .com. Don't get it from Amazon because you got scammers out there.
Correct.
But learn how to buy it from Cash App. Send it to your Ledger, and I think that's your best first step. If there's something you want to research, there's a book out there called Bitcoin in Black America by Isaiah Jackson, and he'll make sure he puts you on. And in the back is a directory. So if you want to get involved with the community, just follow everybody on social media from that book. That's what I did.
And I encourage people to Crypto.com, while they're attempting to be a disruptor, they do have a Crow coin, and they're giving those coins away for nothing right now. And with what they've done with the Lakers here recently, what they've done here in their media advertising, they're not here to lose. They're planning to spend the money to make money. So I would encourage you to get a Crypto.com account and go ahead and get those free Crow coins that they have also.
That part, he just bought some Bitcoin. Look, and that's with the barriers to entry, right? Because
I said no barrier to entry.
Oh, live? What we got?
That's why I just bought some on
About
Cash
$20
App.
worth of Bitcoin.
There's no barrier to entry. So, but hold off on buying your Bitcoin until you get a chance to use the affiliate link that we have from CJ.
Right down here.
Could you say that again?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm trying to do it.
So white people listening to you.
Hold on. I know they trying to get our. So hold on. We gonna give people your socials, all that again. We gonna take a quick break before we jump into a few topics.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow me at CJ the Smart Guy across all platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. The whole
and guess
shebang.
where he records?
Man, right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
And right out of this space. So, you know what I'm saying? And he got a mustache. So we got to take a quick break. Found out that we got Crip Mac in the studio. First off,
Crypto Mac.
You feel me? First off, nigga say you feel me.
First off, he peeled on us. He done came out. This is the first time in history that I've seen someone have the exact same logo under the peeled shirt. Like I was,
I wonder what's under that motherfucker.
I ain't no lie.
The realest people I've ever met.
Yo,
Bro.
even nigga went from entrepreneur to a bouncer.
Hold on, he got a mask too. Hold on, yo.
83rd.
Hey, you see his
brand
label?
was a person. It's CJ.
Yeah, man.
It is CJ.
Yeah, make sure y'all check out my podcast too, Entrepreneur Period.
Yes, y'all check out my man's podcast.
Clothing line, the podcast, the whole.
Straight up, y'all run them numbers up because although we joking with him today, CJ has a lot of value. Y'all run them numbers up.
Facts.
But
I'm tapping in.
I've never seen someone peel their top layer and have the same brand in their underlayer. I've never seen that in my life.
That's hard. That's hard.
You one of the hardest people I know. Like
I
straight up.
appreciate that,
All right. So we want to talk into a few things. Another person who peeled their clothes today was Antonio Brown.
This nigga here tripping.
Yeah, what happened with bro?
So he missed out on the bonus.
$333,000.
He missed out on the bonus, and I guess got into it on the sideline. Took off his pads and his jersey and his shirt, threw it in stands while the game was being played.
During the game.
Did jumping jacks in the other end zone and then ran into the locker room.
Oh, bro got
And
CTE.
then buddy, the coach said he's done. He's not on the team no more. They didn't even let him get on the team playing back.
See, that's what I need to see if that's true or not.
It's on multiple reports.
There's no way you don't let him fly on the team
This
plane.
nigga not
he
a
would be on
part
my
of the
plane.
team anymore.
But you have a responsibility as a team to get him back home.
Multiple
Shit, you a
reports.
professional.
Damn.
They paying you all this money. You can get your own fucking plane back. You can get a Spirit flight back to whatever fuck. Florida.
I'm trying to sympathize with bro. I know he done a lot of crazy shit over the years, but damn, y'all think something wrong with him? Like,
Something wrong.
It's not,
Nah,
it's
I
not
ain't
even
doing that. I'm
CTE.
not
It's
doing
like
that. I'm not doing
it's just
that.
like it's like an
Remember when
impulsive.
Tim Hardaway threw the fucking shit
It's
on the
an
fucking
impulsive
court?
ass thing.
When he was playing with Denver Nuggets?
chill.
Tim
Yeah,
Hardaway threw the fucking
He threw the TV.
TV on the court. You don't remember that
it's
shit?
just he always has like an impulsive thing where he blows up.
Yeah.
And it's not so much where it's like violent or something. He just a detrimental person.
Yeah,
Nah,
to a
he's
team.
had some violent incidents.
I mean, well, that I'm talking about in regards to the team.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He never just be like going around punching people
Yeah,
and
okay.
nothing like that.
My
he
thing
just
with this is though, like,
self-inflicted explosion.
You had two teammates come try to stop you. Did that rile him more up? when the teammates came.
That happens.
Because if they wouldn't have came, maybe he'd have chilled out. You know what I'm
That
saying?
happens.
Because sometimes when people come try to stop you from fighting, that make you want to fight more. You know what I'm getting at?
Remember when Tracy McGrady kicked the ball and then he got it and kicked the ball again?
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember all these
But like you don't remember that again from him. I remember you bringing up McGrady. He kicked the ball, and I remember when he was in the Olympics and he almost fought the dude.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That's all you get from McGrady. He ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah,
two times.
2 times. Yeah.
Antonio G just came back from a fake vaccine card.
Damn. They said them skyrocketing too.
Like you would think.
Fake vax.
Oh, the fake vax cards is the hottest
You
thing
would
going.
think that would be enough to be like, man, let me get it together before I get kicked off. They gonna ride for me because if a buddy didn't get hurt, he would have been cut.
Oh, I agree.
If Godwin didn't tear his ACL, he would have been gone. But he got that luck. I mean, not unfortunately for Godwin, but he got that. And then he come back and do this against the Jets.
He done,
300 and what?
Well, his bonus was 1 touchdown he needed was 333,000, and then like 80 yards was like another 200,000. So like $500,000.
More than likely would get that from just playoff purses.
It's regular season, so he had one more game though. One more game to get it.
And he would have probably got it.
Touchdown, one touchdown.
One touchdown and like 80 yards.
Imagine you doing this and the person that you supposedly live with
he
is
does
the
live
quarterback.
with Tom Brady. He lives with Tom Brady. Yes.
Maybe he forgot they got an extra game now.
Yeah, they just
They
expanded.
did just extend the season 1 game. You're right. Maybe he didn't think about that.
He was too focused in trying to fuck the system by getting them fake vaccine cards.
He lives with TB 12.
He does. Yeah, Tom Brady said he lives with him. He lives with Tom Brady.
What?
He lives with Tom Brady.
That hit with
I want to know why he did that.
Yeah, so CJ came up with a good point earlier before we got on the pod. Remember when Burfict laid him out?
Yeah.
Almost killed him. He missed like 2 games.
Yeah.
He missed the playoffs.
Yeah, he missed 2 games, didn't he?
He missed the playoff game. They lost.
Yeah.
So Burfict may have changed that man's life.
That's that CTE talking about after that hit. That's my pick.
Bro, he got laid out, bro. Like,
bad.
like
I don't like putting that
bro.
shit
He
in
was
there,
he was
dog.
laid out.
Man, come on,
He
man.
got hit hard, but I'm saying like that's just with success. You know how they be saying like your true character comes out.
Yeah,
That's kind of where it went because his trajectory. Because he even had a better season the next year.
he did.
I don't like saying that shit because like my dad was a linebacker for years, hitting niggas hard, hitting niggas like
And they didn't even have that
That's what I'm
helmet
saying. They ain't even
technology
had
then.
that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just like I don't like using that. That's just me.
Your dad was a linebacker. Well,
Nigga, Central State and the Raiders.
hey man, hold on.
Shout out to your pop.
Y'all got the most amazing pops.
That
He
nigga-
was a drill sergeant, a fucking NFL
He wasn't no
linebacker,
drill sergeant. That nigga ain't go to the army.
teacher.
A t-shirt,
man. He sang backup for Ronald Isley.
And the wildest thing is when we had the live event like 2 years ago, he got up and did a whole thing about honoring women. Like it was the longest story I've ever heard in my life.
Pops is amazing.
He is a great man.
Nah, he ain't lying.
Salute
but
to Pops.
I don't like using that shit. But it's just like that for him to do that.
Do you
he's
think
either
CTE
crazy,
played a part in your shaving that you did?
nigga? I fucked my shit up. Let me tell the people. They probably skipped through this nigga interview.
Do you think CTE played a part in that?
Nah, man. Like I gotta go to Dallas next week, so it's just like maybe
grow back
maybe
fast,
it'll work
right?
out for me, huh?
It'll grow back fast.
Yeah, it will.
You know, there's like a principle that people say like
I tried to fade my shit.
that shit is not
Skipped.
faded. That shit is skipped for real. It's not faded for sure. Yeah, bro, that shit is trash, dude.
Hey,
Tom Brady probably pissed off.
Nigga,
he said he wants everybody to
They're gonna reinstate
sympathize with Antonio Brown or some shit
they
like
gonna
that.
rent stadium.
What you mean sympathize with
That's
him?
what I ain't
told
watch
him-
it, but that was the
They
synopsis
told him
of
he
his
had
shit.
3 chances. His first chance was the situation with his personal trainer. His second chance was the vaccination cards. His third chance was
What
taking
happened
the
with his
jersey
personal
off.
trainer?
That's the case he got.
He beat him up.
Oh, that shit. Yeah.
So this is third chance.
Damn.
How many chances you get?
Bro, super talented too. That's crazy,
I
boy.
fuck with Antonio Brown. I like
That shit dumb,
That
though.
shit dumb, yeah. But I've done that shit in practice before.
Yeah.
I threw my
No,
shit
that's
off.
what we was gonna get into because KPJ from the Rockets just got kicked out of the game.
And this is his second chance.
He got kicked out the game because he blew up on Jay Lucas, and then they sent him home or he left.
He
something
left.
like
No,
that.
he just left the arena.
Matter of fact, he just left
He
the
just
arena.
left the arena.
Yeah.
What is Jay
Yeah.
Lucas?
He like
John Lucas.
I know
John
Lucas.
Lucas, I
I
mean,
know John
development
Lucas.
coach.
John Lucas is like an assistant.
Player development
that's it.
coach.
Yeah. So
Is Jay Lucas or his son?
Yeah,
No,
Jay
it's
Lucas.
the- it's the
It's
son.
John Lucas.
John Lucas.
John
Okay.
Lucas.
His son works for the Lakers.
His son works
His
for
son
like
worked for
Yeah.
the Lakers. Okay, I fuck with
And
that.
so yeah, he ended up leaving. I think they said he came back.
He tried to come back into the building, and they was like, "Nah,
Yeah.
like that don't work."
Yeah.
Damn.
So as the correspondent of a nigga that just left the game or got into it with the coach and was like, "Fuck this," I understand. Cause sometimes you do it to prevent from hurting someone. I did it to like prevent myself from slapping the coach.
Okay,
and
so look,
and I
you
told
are-
him,
but
and I
you are
said
the
that.
soul of the team. They understand you as a person, so to speak. So if you do something like that, it's like, oh yeah, it was something wrong. Nuance, like them looking at you doing that, is like, ah yeah. Like they
They just
understand
knew.
that.
I was like,
That's what I'm
hey,
saying.
that-
So was Antonio Brown that to the team or no?
It's almost like you got makeup on because your face is so smooth right now.
I remember that episode of The Simpsons when King Griffey Jr. was drinking that elixir. That's what he looked like.
Now I'm gonna throw it to CJ as a person who's dressed right now like he would fight a coach because he clearly looks like he
Latrell
is ready to fight a
Sprewell.
coach. Explain to us why you want to beat up your coach first off, and then two, what would you do if a player just leaves the game? Because that don't make no sense to me, bro. Like leaving the game
Probably
is ridiculous.
bounced
to me.
their ass out
So,
of
I
there.
used to play baseball at TSU.
Okay.
I know as a baseball player, if the coach doesn't, put you in the correct position to help the team out as well as help you out personally, you take it personal because that's your real life.
No doubt.
But Antonio Brown, I don't know because I feel like they put him in the best potential situation they possibly. You got
Multiple times. Tom
you got
Brady.
Tom Brady as your quarterback and
Tom
he's
Brady.
vouching for you. They just won a Super Bowl like last year. I don't get it, but
And he was eating. He scored twice.
He scored twice in the bowl.
I don't get it. But, if your coach don't put you in the right position, like they say, don't bite the hand that feeds you, but if the hand don't feed you, where does that lead you? Shout out to J-Rock, he gave me that.
Hey.
But,
That must be some West Coast gangster stuff.
J-Rock.
J-Rock.
yeah, take you back.
He
Yeah,
TDE.
I don't believe in
That
thug
part.
stuff
Jazz,
right now.
yeah.
I mean, I'm
know
not gonna
Top
allow
Dog,
this
don't
thug
you?
talk.
Not personally.
You should-
Hey, when you played baseball, you was like a Carlton Altuve.
Who's
Jose-
Carlton
Jose-
Altuve?
Jose Altuve.
Who is
Jose
Carlton
Altuve.
Altuve?
Like the nigga version.
I play second base for sure. Second base where they put all the short people. So
I thought his name was Carlos Altuve.
Carlton.
You look like a shortstop.
Altuve.
I was,
He
I
went to
played high
our
school.
players.
yeah.
No, but
Carlos.
come on, man. Like,
all
But I was just thinking the nigga version.
What part of LA you from?
West Side, Ellis and La Brea, but then I moved to
we
Rialto.
don't need to know this. I'm not trying to get caught up with nifty 50 and shit like that.
You said
You asking
West
questions
Side?
we don't want to know.
I need to know, man.
You can
I
say
wanna-
Rialto, California, if you want to be safe. That's where I went to high school.
That's where I want to be safe. He is
Yeah.
from Rialto. Phil is not from Sunnyside. Phil
I'm
is
not from Sunnyside.
Phil
From
is from
Yellowstone.
Riverside
You
Terrace.
better
Nah.
not disrespect Sunnyside.
Nah, I ain't disrespecting Sunnyside.
Disrespect Northside.
I ain't disrespecting
Disrespecting nobody.
I ain't disrespecting nobody,
Okay.
man. I'ma keep
New
it all
Year's
the way
resolutions. Did anybody make a resolution?
Which I do. Did we say what we did
No,
for
we
New
didn't
Year's?
say
We
we
ain't even got there yet. So anybody want to talk about what they did for New
The
Year's?
day before?
Any resolutions? Y'all potted before New Year's.
That's what I'm saying. Why would we talk about New Year's resolutions? We're not gonna talk about what we did before.
Go ahead and start with what you did before, and then say if you made any
I ain't do a
resolutions.
goddamn thing.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Well, clearly you did because your face was like shit. You was fucked
Nah, it
up.
was crazy. He had a mustache. He was with me.
They
He had a
not gonna let you leave
mustache.
this down at all.
I seen the pictures in the video.
He
It was
had a
pretty cool.
mustache, and so
Sure did.
It was
that's
cool.
what threw me off.
You look nuts, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all was on the
Straight up.
couch or something? Y'all was on some type of couch.
They was on. Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah,
No, this nigga was doing that shit. I was
You
on
was too. I heard
what
you in the
nigga, I was on the
background.
couch, nigga.
I heard you in the
I
background
was doing
singing.
the black
You're
version.
literally on the background singing.
That version. No.
But you still were
Yeah.
singing it though.
Yeah,
So you
but
loved her too.
But he was singing the white version.
Yeah.
What?
The
He was
original
playing
version.
The
nigga.
original one.
What did y'all do for New Year's?
But we
bro?
did. That's what we did.
That's what they
that's
did.
what I did.
That's
Okay.
what we did.
Sung, they sat around,
Yeah.
had s'mores, and sung
We
thank
don't
you
eat
for
no
being a friend.
s'mores.
I was trying to say s'mores in lieu of what y'all really
We
did.
don't eat s'mores.
I was trying to say it in lieu of what you really did, not put your business out there.
Nah, because I ain't do that neither.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I saw your Twitter feed.
Nah. See, why this nigga monitor? The feds, bro? The fuck?
Oh man.
I text you. What are you talking about? I text you on one of your tweets. Did I not?
This DJ Vlad.
Did I not? Did I not
Seemed
text
like
you?
it.
Hold on. Now you being fraud. Because did I
Hold
not
on.
text you?
Let
Did
me
I
see.
not text
Hold
you
on.
about something that we gonna do?
Hold on. Oh, that was like early in the day.
It was still during the day. So yeah, don't do that. Phil, what you do?
No,
for
that
New
was
Year's?
on a Tuesday.
What you do, Phil? Phil, what you do for New Year's?
I was first of all, I want to thank the Lord for
Hey man.
allowing me to see another year because
that's
If it had not been for the
it
Lord,
got rough at the end. But going to the new year with new spirits and
now another bitch.
Hey, nobody say that now. Another like you. If it had not been for the Lord.
Oh,
but nah, man, we shit. Nah, these boys funny, man.
My girl can't watch this podcast. My girl gonna be mad at me.
Definitely gonna be mad at you for that.
Lord.
You picked the wrong. You coming back too? Don't worry.
Nah, but on the serious note, I have an uncle that's really, really sick. I
Okay.
went to visit him in the hospital. He's a huge fan of the Golden Girls. So as the news was breaking, and I was talking to him, it broke. It was on the news, and he was so sad, man. So I see that Betty White touched a lot of people. You know what I mean? So that was crazy. He a huge fan of the Golden
But
Girls.
is there a positive like at the? Did he like recover or anything like or?
Nah, yeah, it's tough. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, bro, I'm praying for
No,
a-
I'm being serious. Like,
Bro,
I was
laughing,
trying to
man.
see-
I'm praying for a good recovery.
Nah,
bro.
hopefully, you know,
Yeah, that was-
hopefully.
okay.
Hopefully.
All right,
And
CJ,
then,
what-
hold
go
on,
ahead.
brother. I ain't finished. God damn, let me finish. Can't just leave no bad news. God damn, let me. Oh, God, no bad news. On a positive note, my lady made some really nice pasta. We sipped some wine and
There you go.
And hey, bro, stop laughing, bro. And we had a good night. We brought in the New Year. We watched
what's up.
fireworks and shit like that, man. You know,
Really? Where?
at the house
Nigga, what?
from the patio, we could see it. We could see downtown and Sugarland.
Oh yeah, because y'all was controlling the ice storm and shit.
All right, CJ, how about you, brother? What you do first?
Well, you good. You got all.
Yeah.
Okay.
My fault, CJ. I'm
Nah,
gonna
you
keep it
good.
nifty.
No. So, I brought in the New Year salsa dancing. That's
Okay.
what I do.
Really?
Okay.
That's like my big thing, and
Oh, you like salsa dance?
for sure,
You too swole for salsa dancing, bro. Like you got
You what?
I salsa dance.
Yeah,
You got a
did-
shirt for that,
man,
CJ?
yeah.
You probably got a
Yeah,
salsa
that's-
shirt,
that's
don't you?
next. Look,
CJ the
that's
salsa king.
SGC, or Smart Guy Clothing, Smart Guy Consulting. Next is gonna be Salsa Guy Charles. So
Come on, man.
Y'all-
Okay,
y'all
we
be ready
respect
for
that. We-
Well, hustle,
for
man.
sure.
So
All day, every day.
we gonna get a salsa exclusive in here before you leave. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, and then my New Year's resolution is to hire a full-time CPA
No doubt.
so they can take about 80% of the workload off of me. So then I can focus on things like this and become like the most famous CPA ever.
You will.
You can't name one CPA that's famous, and I want to be that person.
No, only firms. No CPA. No one CPA.
That
I
part.
agree with that. Okay. JC, other than fucking up your face, what you do for New Year's?
New Year's, man. I was with him. Like, and I watched him dance the Golden Girls and shit. I had my Pour Horsemen jersey on, and I was faded. I was lifted. They was probably drunk. I was lifted, and yeah, man. I brought
you
in the New
faded?
Year with my lady.
Feeling X-rated.
That's what I was about to say.
It's Mr. Nasty time.
Stay on the mic. Stay on the mic.
Hey, what's crazy? That nigga didn't have no mustache neither.
Okay,
bro.
Roy.
Uncle Leroy.
Uncle Leroy, a funny stand-up comedian too.
Oh my gosh, man! But no, really though,
Give you more sauce than
my affiliation, the Golden Girls, my grandma.
Okay.
When she used to watch us, like with my dad, because she lived here, and my other grandma lived in Mississippi, so she was more like upbeat compared to my other grandma in regards to like stuff that was going on. We always watched shows with her, so I used to always watch that with her, and that's why I fell in love with the show. And then, you know, they all gone now. My grandma gone, my other grandma gone too, but like that was always the link. So that's what kind of like, I guess, sparked the emotion and shit.
I used to watch Wheel of Fortune with her. Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
We eat popcorn and watch it. Wheel of Fortune.
Everybody
That's
in
crazy.
Wheel of Fortune still living, right?
Yeah, Pat Sajak, but he kind of on his outs too,
No,
because
he's not doing it no more though. It's another guy. Right now.
I'm saying they still living.
I
Nah,
don't
Pat
know.
Sajak
You said
still
Wheel of
doing Wheel of
Fortune?
Fortune. You thinking about
you're
Jeopardy?
thinking about Price is Right.
You thinking about Jeopardy?
Jeopardy, yeah. That's
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Jeopardy.
Yeah.
That-
Pat
he
Sajak
died.
Still just Pat Sajak still good. Yeah.
Okay.
Alex Trebek.
Vanna White still with them?
Yes,
Vanna White's still
but
there.
Pat Sajak he kind of like, you could tell he on his way out, because he be having like his daughter come in and do it sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen that
Some
too.
other guest hosts. So
What about the Price is Right dude?
Bob Barker been gone for like a decade, my nigga.
It's the dude with the
Drew Carey.
Drew Carey. Yeah,
I thought
Drew
Snoop Dogg did one of those.
But they had guests like
Yeah, Drew Carey is the host of
Bob Barker
Price is
beat
Right.
up
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Price
Beat
is
up Happy
wrong,
Gilmore?
bitch.
Yeah, in the movie. and
Oh,
shit.
in the
Yeah.
okay. I'm thinking real life. I'm like,
You thought
whoa.
Happy Gilmore was a real person?
Nah, you just going out the name
You don't know.
of the person.
Adam Sandler, right? I don't know.
Trying to be disrespectful to this nigga right here.
Look, I've been studying. Like, I don't even watch
That's
too
what I'm
many
about to
Tell me I
say.
can smash
You
the shit out
can
of
tell
Bob.
you be in the computer too long.
Man, all day, every day, number crunching.
And get Chubbs Peterson.
Well, you was on the
Tell
golf
me-
course, right?
I definitely Happy
You are
Gilmore.
no
Chubbs
invite.
Peterson.
Happy Gilmore is my favorite movie.
He built
Okay.
like Chubbs Peterson.
You know what I'm
Happy
saying?
Gilmore,
no
then Pootie
invites,
Tang.
no nothing.
Pootie Tang?
Happy Gilmore, then Pootie Tang. Those are my two
Just
favorite
let me
movies.
come out there like this, and you can train.
No invites or nothing.
Yeah, I know. I've been playing a lot of golf. Rod, shout out to Rod Velvet Noir. We got a match coming up that's gonna be worth some money. So
Let us
You
come
can
and
train
watch
me.
at least. Let
I'll
me
be
drive the
good.
car.
I don't deal with people with no mustache, bro. Like that shit is
I
stressful.
can wear this shit.
You got
and
too much-
I'll blast the fuck
You got
out
too
that
much
ball.
face right now. Like
let
that's
me
stressful.
carry
to
your
me.
clubs and choose your
We can make a lot of money.
I want to drive the car.
He's not going anywhere with me. Look at him right now.
Yeah, nah, he look more terrible.
Bro, look at him.
I gotta feed the streets. Motherfucker gonna
Hey,
feed
my
the
nigga like
streets. Get your
Wayman.
ass out of here.
Wait, Wayman when he was
Ski mask on my face. Nah, nigga.
We're not talking anymore. All right, so last thing I want to do before we get out of here. Did y'all watch Don't Look Up on Netflix?
I did.
Couldn't
Oh,
stay.
the
Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
I watched the first 30 minutes. I ain't-
holy shit.
I watched the first hour and a half.
It's only an hour and 48 minutes.
Nah,
that was
it's 2.5
No,
hours.
it's an hour and 48 minutes. The last piece is just like a montage of what happens at the end of the world. So
Okay.
the last 12
Okay.
minutes ain't really movie.
I saw the first hour and a half.
I couldn't get past 30.
Well, we
Yeah,
can
I
talk
couldn't
about
get
this
past
shit.
it.
Go ahead.
I
I
gotta
wanna
discuss
Wu-Tang,
it.
and I was like, what the fuck?
Nah,
Okay.
y'all had
So-
a chance.
Don't Look Up.
It's absolutely insane.
It is a microcosm of what's happening right now with COVID.
I can see that.
We're all distracted by. Thank you for watching our podcast. We're distracting you also, but we're all distracted at the same time while the world could be ending, and then you've got this polarization between really like conservatives
Facts.
and liberals. What were you saying?
I was gonna just simplify it to facts and politics.
I try not to do that, but yes,
That's
facts
what it was for
and-
that movie.
Yes. To the point where the world is about to end and people still want to believe the alternative facts, so to speak. The movie is nuts, bro. Like, spend some time either in a alternative state or, because I've watched it in both, and it was good both ways. It was good both ways. And I'll tell y'all if it wasn't. Like, it
Look.
was good both ways. Because I really could believe that some shit like that would happen where the world would really end. Y'all do know that like a meteor the size of a city block would destroy half the world, right? Y'all do know that that's
That
true.
hoe was the size of Mount
140
Everest.
How do you
$1
prepare
trillion?
yourself
What's
and your
up?
family for like
You got 6
just
months and
because you're a
14
sensible
days.
man and you know that this type of shit is going on? How do you prepare yourself for that?
I'm not gonna prepare myself for it.
Just
Like
whatever happens.
Yeah,
happens.
whatever happens, happens.
All right, let's,
You can't.
Without spoiling it, I guess, if we're going to be
No, you can
mature
spoil it.
about
It's
it.
now 2 weeks now.
So,
That's
well,
your fault.
shit, you saw it in the group chat.
Yeah, that's your fault. Go ahead.
If you got 6 months and 14 days,
6 months, 14 days.
what would you do?
Get up on my feet and stop making tired excuses.
Prepare for that 140 trillion that's about to come into the world because I'm trying to get some of that. You feel me?
No, because they died.
Look, I'm getting some of that and I'm
You're
surviving.
gonna die. They died.
I'm not gonna die.
So everybody died.
Look,
only saw
all
the
right,
first
let me-
hour and
so,
30
so,
minutes. Yeah,
since he brought that up,
Okay.
this is what happened.
This
is exactly what happened. These people saw a comet. They went to Michigan State. She was a
Graduate student.
She was in her
Doctorate program.
She was in a doctorate program. She's looking up. She's jamming Wu-Tang, and she sees that there's a comet, and she's like, "Oh shit, it's coming." They named it after her. She
did.
she takes it to the professor,
DiBiase.
which is it wasn't DiBiase. It was Komiaski or some shit like that.
It's close enough.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But Leo DiCaprio is a professor, takes it to them, and then like they like, oh shit, this is real. So they go and get a they call NASA, they contact NASA, they go to the White House. White House treating them like shit. And then when it's finally like brought up, like these are the numbers, this is about to happen. The White House start taking into effect, like, okay, we're gonna, take it off. Then some dude with the weirdest voice who's
Apple it's basically
think of any big time
Jeff Bezos,
like a Jeff Bezos type nigga.
Mark Zuckerberg, or
Elon Musk.
or Elon Musk, or
Elon
the Virgin
Musk.
Atlantic guy.
Yeah.
One of those four.
All of them combined in one little creepy ass dude. And he's telling them like they literally blast off to get this, like to end it. Shoot it down. They got this whole plan. He comes into the room with the president and says, I need to talk to you.
It's worth 130 trillion.
It's worth over 140 trillion.
I want some of that
If we
for
can
sure.
land it, if we can break it down and have it come into our atmosphere and don't kill us, it's 140 trillion $1 trillion, and we can get it. They turn everybody around. All the drones, the guy that was up there on the suicide mission, Hellboy,
Was Hellboy.
they turned him around and was like, we're gonna back off and go this alternative route. And now they stupefied all the people, like, nah, it's not gonna kill us, it's gonna actually make us money.
And then the culmination of the movie is the world ends. So for people who don't know, because this got me down some rabbit holes. Like I already like Neil deGrasse Tyson because he was a swole scientist and I wanted to be a swole scientist at one point. So
Nigga,
Neil
Bruce
deGrasse Tyson
Banner.
was swole as fuck back in the day.
So
So
Bruce Banner ass nigga.
to give people some frame of reference, all right, something the size of Sunnyside.
I'm not from Sunnyside, but go ahead.
Yes, you are.
Southside.
Or Yellowstone.
There you go.
Something
Shout
the
out my
size of
nigga Blue.
Yellowstone. If it landed from space,
Yeah,
we out of here.
gotcha.
Like all of us. How big is the Yellowstone?
Couple-
square blocks?
Couple blocks.
Yeah. Hold on, don't laugh at my hood. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
It is though. Like,
I'll let y'all handle that one. I'll get out the way. You feel me?
it's on Yellowstone, nigga. Right there, on Third Ward.
Is it okay?
It's
a couple blocks.
I get what
bro.
you're saying.
I don't
though.
be knowing what the.
It's as
I
big
know,
as
but you
TSU
was
and
in-
UH.
I was
Yeah,
interested
yeah,
for sure.
okay.
Okay,
You was right
something
there.
as big as
Okay.
TSU and UH. For those of you in New York, something as big as Times Square. For those of you in LA, something as big as the area around the Staples Center. Maybe just like 4 square blocks.
Yeah.
They said 5 kilometers. So just little under 3 miles. Not a big area. If that hits the earth, we out of there. Like, yes, bro. It's enough. They said, remember Hiroshima was like one atomic bomb and it destroyed their area for like 100 years.
I don't know, but I remember a fat big Big Pokey said, I hit like Hiroshima.
Steady dropping them bombs. Niggas call me the Sensei to Saddam.
Yeah, I hit like Hiroshima. Nigga, that was my that was my fantasy football name.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is dangerous.
I hit like Hiroshima.
Are they thugs? Because they registered in rap lyrics also? Because I mentioned mine. You said I was a thug.
I hit like Hiroshima, cuz.
We've got to do better.
I hit like Hiroshima. I remember that line.
But
nigga.
the last
like
time an atomic bomb was dropped was then.
Yeah.
And
That's my
bro,
shit.
there are areas that to this day are uninhabitable.
Damn.
Like to this day. So what would happen if we allowed something to hit the earth? The cloud of dust would block out the sun for the next 10 years.
140 trillion though.
That's what they were saying because they were trying to make money. And that's what's wrong with America. We are. I want y'all to subscribe to our Patreon though. Patreon.com Pour Horsemen. We would love your support. Keep letting us do what we do. Yep. But if there's a meteor coming, don't subscribe to our Patreon. Go call your congressman and tell them to take care of it. If you haven't watched Don't Look Up, go watch it, bro.
That shit was crazy.
It's the craziest movie I've seen. I don't even know how they thought of it. I don't even know where they thought of it.
Adam McKay.
Box.
That's Adam McKay.
Bird
That's
Box is crazy.
Because he also did The Big Short.
Yes, that's
And The
his
Big Short is
MO.
crazy.
What was the
too.
Big Short about? I never finished it.
2008 Wall Street crash.
Great movie.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me ask you.
The greatest movie
go
with
ahead.
the Wall Street crash was the HBO one about Madoff with
Big Short is way better.
no with my nigga
I know you're
De
talking
Niro.
about Big Short is
that
way
was
better.
great.
Wall Street.
No. It was with
Nah,
De
he's talking
Niro.
about the documentary they did.
No, it was a movie. It was
a
actual
real movie
movie.
though of Bernie. But
Bernie
Big
Sanders.
Short is one of the best movies about 2008. But go ahead, Phil. What were you saying?
Hey, so it's this place on Earth called, let me see, North Sentinel Island. Have y'all heard of this place?
Yes, go ahead.
So this blew my mind. Okay, so these people have lived on this island, I guess it is, or
Without any people, and they killed a white man who tried to go find them.
right.
Yeah,
So they use bow and arrows,
it shot him down as soon as he got off the boat,
and they have no contact with no civilization.
and they ate him.
And this is currently.
Yes,
You're not supposed to go there at all.
we have there's 18 societies.
How they know they ate them if nobody can get on their island?
They have satellite imagery. They saw dude getting roasted.
A helicopter was
Yeah, they have satellite imagery.
a helicopter was riding over this place that I just named, and one of the dudes came out with a bow and arrow. They caught it on camera.
Bro, there's 18 societies that have never been touched by the rest of the human world.
He was trying to go out there,
And he was trying to go out there and speak Christianity.
Oh yeah. They light his ass up
And as soon as he got off the boat,
from the sun, pow, to the earth.
bow and arrows and shit.
Yeah, you can't
it's-
get there.
You're not supposed to go mess with them people.
Indigenous people.
but what was it? Look, see how you see him do the black power? These people ain't even black.
They're not black.
No, they're not black. They
They
are
just-
they're
you
just
said-
Aborigines.
They what?
They're Aborigines.
But we know what
Is
that
that like
is.
albino?
They're
What is that?
minorities.
Yeah,
Like,
albino?
Nah,
they ain't white. They ain't white.
They're Cantu.
But they ain't white.
They're about Cantu's
That's
complexion.
fine, but we can party with Cantu.
They
not
look
darker
dark.
than Cantu.
We good.
They look dark.
Look, I'm
Look it up.
So they like the people from that Mayan movie.
was a good
Apocalypto.
Yeah,
was
they
cool.
like that.
Apocalypto was a dope movie.
God damn, that was
That was a dope movie. You got a knife in my jacket. You always do.
I
You
gotta
know
feed
that.
the streets. My mother gonna feed the streets.
But before we leave, I encourage everybody to go watch Don't Look Up. After you watch Don't Look Up, go to YouTube. Watch the guys who built the pools and shit in the Mayan culture with just shovels and stuff. I know you've seen it.
That's them.
Someone has
Yeah,
seen
they
it.
dark.
And then
They
the third,
naked.
yeah, they don't have no clothes.
They don't got nothing,
They ain't
bro.
got nothing, bro. And then the third thing I want you to go to YouTube and watch is time lapse of the universe from today to the end of the universe. And it's gonna make you be like, I don't give a fuck about nothing no more.
Nah, nigga, I don't want none of that.
Go watch that.
I wanna go
time lapse from now to the end of the universe. And you be like, none of this shit
I
matters.
just signed on to get a
Infinity
house,
War
nigga.
and
Everything
Endgame,
matters.
Nah, that shit don't matter, bro.
This crypto shit,
You're just carbon.
I need that.
You're just carbon and
NFT,
H2O.
I need that.
You're just carbon and H2O. You don't need none of that shit.
God got me.
Yeah. and you're gonna be out of there in just go watch that video on YouTube.
Nah,
Go watch
I'm not
it.
watching that bullshit.
Go watch it.
I watch old wrestling promos and shit.
You mean to say- hold on,
I'm not
so
gonna watch that shit and
basically-
fuck up my psyche.
We got to get out of there. Go ahead, Phil.
So basically, I'm on the come up right now. So you basically telling me that that shit should. I'm doing this shit for nothing.
None of this shit matters.
Pretty much. Kiss my ass, LP.
None of this shit matters, bro.
Nah, LP.
I just shit on my body.
We are
signed over
literally
a house. I'm getting married next
We are
month.
well. Your marriage means nothing.
Congrats.
We are literally.
Holy shit.
We are literally.
Nigga, why you paying mortgage?
We are literally just elements, bro.
Well,
Yeah, then why
know
you
that.
paying bills and shit?
Maybe I don't. We are literally just elements.
He ain't answer my question. I already know he on. That nigga's social
Literally
society.
just
He's a part
elements,
of,
bro.
Yeah.
I got to make a disclaimer before this is all over. So the reason I would choose the 140 trillion is because I'm a CPA. So I'm gonna make sure all y'all money is right. I act in y'all best interest. I'm not a scientist.
you. Look
So
at you.
if the meteors come, that's out of my control. But what is in my control is that if you get that 140 trillion, you don't have to pay a lot of taxes on it because
Get
I'm gonna
'em.
find all the tax breaks for you.
And
So.
tell people where they can find you. Then go ahead. That's a good closing.
At CJ the Smart Guy across all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, as well as LinkedIn or even like Facebook. So make sure y'all check me out, CJ the Smart Guy. No spaces.
smart guy.
Smart guy.
Smart guy. You gotta do the fly shit. Smart guy.
They gonna make me pay royalties for that now. Oh man.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
And that's been
You gotta
episode
do that shit when you-
176, man.
That's what I'm saying.
We out.